Today, I will become a Shinigami. Bleach is one of my favorite animes ever. I love the characters, the amazing powers, and it has one of the cleanest art styles ever. Which is why today I will take on the challenge of turning my character into a Shinigami. But turning an artist into a Shinigami isn't just about getting my own Zanpakuto. It's also capturing Kubo's legendary style. Can I actually pull off this style? Let's find out. I chose this reference for this drawing because of 3 reasons. Number 1, the Zanpakuto is the main focus. 2, it's the challenging pose. And 3, because it's really cool. I have sped up my sketching because the original time it took me to sketch this drawing was 38 minutes. I spend a little extra time on the hands, arms, and the sword. It's where I want you to look first when you see the drawing. That's why you'll see here that I skip sketching the robe and jump straight to the hands. After that, I go back to the rest of the body and sketch out the rest of the drawing. In this universe, my character will be replacing the 7th Division Captain Tetsuzemon Iba. I chose this division because my character has an imposing presence, but also because he was part of the Gotei district before becoming a Shinigami. So he has connection as well as the desire to maintain balance in Soul Society. Here you'll see me switch to my mechanical pencil. I do this because the art in Bleach is very sharp and clean, and my mechanical pencil gives me more defined lines. Sketching is my favorite part of drawing. I like to play with the references I have. I also like the fact that you can make as many mistakes during this time, and it's okay. Get your eraser and do it again. I have an ongoing playlist where I sketch every single day until I hit my goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers. Come check out all the sketches that I've done. I usually spend less time when it comes to inking, but I really wanted to make this piece look like it was straight out of the manga. That's why I like with the mechanical pencil, I use a 0.1 Fineliner to get the sharp and fine lines. I also use a brush pen for the pure blacks later on in the drawing. When I was younger, I loved copying Ichigo. He had this huge sword and cool hair, which was what young Mo really liked. I was drawn to the really cool weapons Bleach had and the powers that it came with. And today, I want to give an extra focus on the Shikai of my character. I chose to draw my Shikai as a bolo sword. The bolo sword originated in the Philippines and was used to fight against the invading people. Since I'm a Filipino, I want to give a nod to my heritage. And also, the bolo is such an underrated sword. Sleek, but deadly. I think this is the best time to tell you the power of my Zanpakuto. The name of the sword is Sakame, the reverse eye. When released, Sakame creates a gravity anchor. This means that the opponent is constantly being pulled towards that specific point. If Sakame strikes the air behind the opponent must fight against that specific gravity anchor. This makes moving really hard and also forces the opponent to use their extra energy just to stand upright. Sakame does have a limit on how many gravity anchors he can create, but that's something the enemy has to figure out. In this part of the drawing, I take a 0.1 fineliner and start adding shadows to the character. I add the shadow by cross-hatching my lines. This gives more depth to the parts where I want the shadow to be darker. I also add cross-hatching to the Shihakusho to add texture. Do you like the power of my Zanpakuto? And if you were in the Bleach universe, what power would your Zanpakuto have? We are now in the final step of turning Mo into a Shinigami. Coloring is not too crazy, as most of the drawing is actually covered in ink. I colored the skin tone using my Copic sketch markers. The sword and the Shinigami uniform were colored with the Ohuhu markers that I have. I actually have a story for each of these crossovers, but they're too long to share during these types of videos. If you want me to share these stories, as well as do character sheets or more in-depth character design, I actually want to start my own Patreon. Question is, would you like to join and support? Sakame has a secret, a bankai, and if this video hits more than 100 video likes, I'd reveal the bankai form in a future episode. Before I show the final render, check out my My Hero Academia or Gachakuta video to see how my character looks in another verse. The playlist is in the description. Finally, here's the 7th Division captain of the Gotei 13. As a huge Bleach fan, this drawing was a lot of fun, and I honestly enjoyed the outcome of this drawing. What do you think? Was I able to match Kubo's art style? Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see my character cross over into a different universe. See you later.